Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and just a few days ago, on the 31st, I hit 300 subscribers. So, to celebrate, I'm going to be ranking all 9 of the ninja, from my least favorite to my favorite. Now, I'm actually going to have 2 separate lists, one for the OG 6 ninja, and one for the 3 new ninja. This is because I don't think it's fair to rank Aaron, Sora, and Wildfire alongside the OG 6. They haven't had nearly as much screen time, and honestly, I don't like any of them more than the OG ninja. 2 more things. 1, I don't think that a single one of these characters is bad. I love all 9 of them, and really, this ranking is from least best to best. Finally, this is all just my opinion, and you're almost definitely not going to 100% agree with me in this video. Starting off with the new ninja, at the bottom of the list is Wildfire. I went more in depth on my thoughts on her in the video I made about her back in April, but basically there are some episodes where I think she is an amazing character, like in episodes 13, 15, and 17 of Season 1, and then there's episodes where I cannot stand her, like episodes 8 through 10 of Season 1. And then in Season 2, her getting her leg broken was a great idea, but it also led to some of my least favorite scenes in the whole show. On the other hand, she has had some of my favorite scenes in the show, like pretty much all of her scenes with Kai and Egalt. To my surprise, my second favorite new ninja is actually Aaron. Going into Dragon's Rising, I was expecting Aaron to be my favorite, but no. And that's not to say that I don't like Aaron. In fact, that couldn't be further from the truth. Aaron's journey throughout the first 2 seasons of the show so far is amazing. How he feels he shouldn't be on the team because he doesn't have an elemental power and can't do proper spinjitzu, and how Roz uses that to get inside Aaron's head. Him being obsessed with finding his parents, and finally how he's jealous of Sora because she has an elemental power and is advancing a lot faster than Aaron. It's all really fantastic. Aaron is by far one of the best written characters I've ever seen. Over the course of Season 2, he learns the hard way why you should never meet your heroes, and I can't wait to see him in Season 3. My favorite new ninja is Sora. Her story in Season 1 is one of the best in the whole show, and the ending was one I didn't see coming. While watching Season 1, I was waiting for the scene where she meets back up with her parents, they realize that they were wrong, and were bad parents, they all apologize to each other, and everyone lives happily ever after. But no, in the Season 1 finale, when Sora runs into her parents, they are still loyal to Beatrix, even after she was exposed. They don't realize their mistake and apologize to Sora. They still don't accept her for who she is. It's a really great message and a topic that I never expected this show to cover. Sora's journey in Season 1 about her accepting and believing in herself and stepping out of her comfort zone is why Sora, in my opinion, is the best character in Season 1. And my favorite of all the new ninja. Also, I find it really interesting how Sora and Aaron have opposite character arcs. Aaron goes from being really positive and self-confident to being negative and obsessed with improving. Sora starts the show being negative and not believing in herself and out of her comfort zone to being positive and supporting. Now, my least favorite OG ninja is Jay. What happened? Jay used to be my second favorite. Jay in Seasons 1 through 7 was an amazing character, and he's still good during the Oni trilogy, just not as good. And then, the 11-minute era. When it comes to Jay in this era of the show, it's really great. But when it comes to just Jay, he kinda sucks. He's not funny like he used to be. He got demoted to being a big baby. He's good in Prime Empire and Seabound. I don't mind him in seasons 11 and 13. But then he's at times insufferable in The Island and Crystallize. Despite all of that, not too long ago, I still had him in the number 2 spot because he really is a great character in the first 7 seasons. He's genuinely funny, but could be serious when needed to. And again, Jaya is amazing, especially in Seabound. What made me move him down so low was Dragon's Rising. Now let me make something clear. Dragon's Rising being willing to basically take Jay out of the show for a while was an insane risk that really paid off. Jay not being in the show has allowed for characters like Kai and Nia to get more spotlight. And I don't at all mind that they're dragging out his story either. I didn't move Jay down because he's barely in the show. I moved him down because... well, I guess I did move him down because he's barely in the show. I moved him down because Dragon's Rising has done amazing things for almost all of the OG 6. Which has made me like all of their characters a lot more. Which has made me put them above Jay. I really hope that DR will be able to redeem Jay like it has for Lloyd and Kai. But for the time being, Jay's by far the worst ninja.
Saving a girl? Saving a girl? Is she hot? Is she hot? Jay?
Next, I have Nia. Now, I don't have anything against Nia. She's a good character who has a really great story throughout the first 14 seasons of the show. I just don't really care for all that much. I simply like Lloyd, Kai, Cole, and Zane more. Zane is definitely one of the most popular ninja, and I totally see why. What's not to like? Well, I guess maybe the fact that he hasn't done anything for the past 9 years. Zane had an amazing story throughout the first 4 seasons of the show. And I guess the writers thought the same, to the point where they decided that that was the only meaningful story Zane should have. Tournament of Elements came out in 2015 when I was 5 years old. It is now 2024, I'm now 15 years old, and the only thing Zane has done in the past 9 years is commit genocide. Which you would think would mean something, but no. After season 11, Zane being the Ice Emperor never comes back up in the show. It does come back up in a book, and Zane's story in that book is amazing. It was just 3 years too late, and, you know, a book. I like Zane, he is a fun character, but I can't put him any higher since all he's done for the past 9 years is have like half a dozen fake out deaths. Lloyd is the first character on this list who I moved up a few spots thanks to Dragon's Rising. Before DR, I liked Lloyd, but I had him in 5th place because I just liked the OG 4 more. I don't really care about Lloyd in the first 7 seasons. I really like him in seasons 8 through 14. And then, like, halfway through Crystallize, they, for some reason, replace Lloyd with this other guy who acts nothing like him. It's weird. And then Dragon's Rising happened. Lloyd in Dragon's Rising is phenomenal. Him learning how to be a teacher and eventually a master. Him not believing he can live up to Master Wu. Him becoming a conduit for the Source Dragons, which causes him to start having terrifying visions and panic attacks. Learning that all he can do is accept these visions as part of his life and come to peace with them. Lloyd went from being a character who I just didn't really care for all that much to being a character that I straight up hated, and now being one of my favorite characters in the show. Lloyd is someone who I never thought I would have up this high, and I can say the same thing for my second favorite ninja as well. Like Lloyd, I never thought that Kai would be one of my favorite characters. I've always liked him more than Lloyd, but he has always been my least favorite of the OG 4. He's not unlikable in later seasons like Jay and Lloyd, but like Zane, after season 7, they just don't do anything with Kai. For seasons 8 through 15, he's just there, even less so than Zane and Nia. He's basically written out of Seabound when he could have had a really interesting story in that season like Nia. He doesn't do anything in Crystallized. I like Kai lore, and it seemed like the show wanted to focus on that relationship, but in Quest for the Lost Powers, which is the last time we see these two together, Kai's story ends with them saying that they'll talk about whether they want to start dating or not. But then Skylar got lost in the merge, so who knows. Speaking of Dragon's Rising, Kai is amazing in the show. He's so entertaining. He has some of my favorite scenes in the show. Like I mentioned earlier, all of his scenes with Wildfire are amazing. I love the amount of focus he gets in Season 2. Probably the only complaint I have with Kai and DR is that I wish he and Bonzo made more of a connection with each other while they're in Nether Space. Pretty much all of their scenes are just them running and hiding from the Forbidden Five. And I kind of wish we got at least a single scene where they spent more time bonding. Overall, I like Kai in the original show, but Dragon's Rising has perfected his character and is the reason he's now my second favorite. Not a single person watching didn't see this coming. Even if this is your first time watching one of my videos, just take one look at my profile picture and you'll see who my favorite character is. Cole has been my favorite for as long as I can remember, even back before Season 8, which was the season that made him popular. I just love everything about him. The one part about his character that I don't really love is his obsession with food. I think at times it can be funny, but at other times it can just be annoying. I love how he's able to stumble upon some random group of people, pull them together, and lead them, like with the Upply and the Finders. Honestly, I couldn't tell you why he was my favorite before Season 8, he just was. It's the same case with TMNT 2003. Donatello, or Donnie, or just Don, is my favorite character in that version of the franchise. Unlike every other member of the OG6, there hasn't ever been any point in time where his character was badly written. Never mind. Basically, just look at Cole in Seasons 4, 8, 9, 11, and 13 in Dragon's Rising, and that's why he's my favorite character. So yeah, that's my 2 separate rankings of both the new and old ninja. I'm curious how much people disagree with my list, and with that, if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to like and subscribe. Bye!